But yes, I'm gonna tell you everything I know about throw. This is what we're gonna do. Because this has changed. This has changed. It used to be that throw was with a button. Now there's a throw animation. Finally, Guilty Gear has come to the modern age, and throw is a button now. So the way that you deal with throws is similar, but there's a couple of different things compared to before. So we're going to go through it real quick. So one is what do you do to somebody when you knock them down with throw, right? So this is Guilty Gear problem, literal problem number one. One, you can neutral jump. You can do that so that you're not there. And in this version, they can't do fucking anti-air plus throw at the same time. They have to commit to the throw. So if you jump, you'll get them. You can go deep and then take your plus frames or go into a combo. If you're going through two, if your character has a higher attack level move, that's really nice. Right? Because you'll get a little slowdown. You might get a confirm you don't normally get. You might. But if not, or if there's not like an easy way to do it, don't worry about it. If you don't know what attack level is, I'll go into more detail later. But at least one of your jump-ins, when you counter hit somebody, you should get a little slowdown. So you notice like here, you get a little slowdown. As opposed to if I do like this, jump heavy, I don't get shit. It just says counter. Okay, that's way number one. Way number two is to use something that puts you off the ground. So I have Milia. I have a ton of stuff that does that. I like Hair Card does that. I have 6H that does that. I have Bad Moon that does that. I have, if I do throw, for example, my disc actually puts me airborne, like by default, so that my opponent can't do wake up throw. So I have a bunch of ways of doing it with my character. You might want to check of ways of doing it with your character. May, for example, has this 6K. It goes airborne. Chip also has 6K that goes airborne. So there's a bunch of stuff you can do to, as far as moves, that'll do it. Another one would be spacing normal. So the throws are big-ish, but if you just space yourself outside of it so that they can't do it, that will also help. But you might want to watch out if you rely on this. You might want to watch out for. So I'm gonna do the same kind of thing. Like things like backstep might get away. So it'll depend on your character what type of thing you want to do here if you choose to go that route. Now another thing about the throw. So we talked about wake up throw, but there's also defensive throw that you have to look for as well. So the throw, to my knowledge, is 2 frames. Guilty Gear is usually 1 frame. As an example, see that? So how do you deal with people who do a defensive throw? Right? So let's say you do something like this. How do you deal with that? So way number one is to just do your jump in deeper. Right? Most jump attacks in this move don't have a lot of block stun, so you have to. And now there's also a landing recovery. I believe it carried over from the second open beta, so you'd have to do stuff a little bit deeper. So the computer is perfect here, but someone who's not perfect, like a human who's mashing, they will get smoked by this. Right? They'll get smoked by this. You could use a low to hit them straight up. You can similarly, again, use the airborne move after. Right, so same type of idea. So if you have a 6K that goes airborne, 6H that goes airborne, anything that goes airborne, you could do that. You can also use a higher block stun move if you have it to make your life easier. So in my case, I actually I have a move that will let me do stuff that I can't normally do, because it has more block stun than my other air moves. So that's another thing that you can do. This will actually also, as a side note, come up a little bit more with, even though it's kind of hard to do. Instant block doesn't change frame data, but it makes it so I can't, so the pushback, sorry, does not, there's no pushback when you do instant block. So if you want to practice this, I recommend using push block. If grab is 2 frames now, then you should be able to beat it with anything. I think so too, to be honest. But in matches, it didn't feel that way, which is weird. But I haven't labbed it enough, and I've basically only been using airborne stuff. Yeah, I think that's basically it though. Any questions?